going on, guys? Tony Seminat here, aka Real World Tactical, and we are out here in a hot summer day in Central Florida. I have two certified badasses next to me. I got Mr. David Castro right here. You might know him from TV, Mr. Actor, entrepreneur, realtor. He does it all. Okay,
I'm all over the place.
Multi-talented guy right here. He's going to be training with me today, learning some manipulations, learning the basics just for some upcoming possible roles that he may have in the action film genre.
Yes, sir.
And then we have Kelsey, the Santis right here, my main girl. She's going to be doing some fundamental stuff with me too, training with me. She's training with a couple of my friends too. So guys, pretty much today is just going to be one of those fundamentals days where we're going to be doing, just focusing on accuracy, trigger control, all that. And then once we get that down, then we're going to go ahead and bump it up a notch, do a little bit of running and gunning, having some fun. We're gonna go over some drills that you guys may like, so stay tuned. Right. So then you need to work on something. Let the gun scare you. Don't do anything with the gun. Hit that wall, okay, and just squeeze. Let it squeeze. Guys, so I had them do a modified triangle drill, which at 15 yards is shooting 2 targets and then going to the 10-yard cone and then shooting 1 round. So 2 rounds, 1 round, 2 rounds, coming back and forth as a triangle. I did have them go to high port, or what you would call tempo index, mainly because we're on the back end of them and then they're newer shooters. I didn't want them to have to worry about doing the soul backwards and all that type of stuff. So I had them go to the tempo index and I just had them stay at that just to teach them one way, right? I'm not a big fan of tempo index or high port, I never have been. But when you're dealing with a newer shooter, you can't complicate things, right? So to teach them soul or to teach them this, or to teach them that, it's just easier to keep it simple. And I'd rather them just keep the gun, the muzzle up, right? Than running with the soul, pointing at the the camera or pointing at us, right? So I just wanted to give a little tad bit on that. Sorry.
I've never really fully understood cover, you know what I mean? And I feel like when you start to really
get in the prone, watch. So you understand the mentality. Center prone, where both legs are flat. This is want to be flat. That's where you want to be at. Then your right side prone, meaning anything on the right side of this barrel, this left leg is going to be up. And you're turning your body completely around, correct, right? And now if you're on the left side of the barrel, the right leg comes up, right? So this back leg here is aligned when you go to the left side of the barrel. This back leg should be aligned with your head. So anything other than that, you know that when you're leaning out this way, the only thing they're gonna see is this muzzle right here and maybe a little bit of your scalp. That's about it. Everything else aligns perfectly.
True.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been an amazing experience. I've learned so much. You know, you think you know the proper way of handling a firearm, and obviously safety is the number one, the key to you know, having a successful day at the range. You know, coming from, you know, living in New York, you know, it's kind of tough to, you know, have this ability to be able to move around and move down range and run with a rifle, and you know, there's proper ways of holding it, and you know, I've learned rifle work, pistol work. There's so many new things that now I can take home with me and you know, practice and work on. And I'm very grateful for Tony and his range here. So you know, one of the best of the best.
So it's been a pleasure and an honor to be out here, and I've learned a whole heck of a lot. I encourage you to get out there and look at what he's got for training.
All right, guys, so that pretty much concludes our 2 days of a private training session that I did with David Castro and Kelsey de Santis. We also did some XC staccato shooting, and we did a ton of other stuff as well. Pretty much had them do some basic fundamental pistol drills to help them on their accuracy, being more consistent, their grip, trigger control, all those type of things, right? Being a master of the fundamentals is probably the most important thing that you can learn as a shooter. Okay, the better you become at the fundamentals, everything else is just extra and privilege. Okay, I'm a firm believer of that, right? More reps you get in, the better you become. That's all it is, right? So I hope they learned. We also did some stuff with the rifle with David because of some upcoming possible roles that he has acting and stuff. I wanted him to get squared away with some manipulations of the rifle, how to hold the rifle, you know, movement with the rifle, all those type of things, and shooting the rifle, obviously. But he did phenomenal. Dave is a really, really good shot. So is Kelsey. They're both good shots. And they did a phenomenal job these last 2 days. It's really freaking hot. As you can see, I took off my my BDU top. The humidity here in Florida is just like unbearable, right? So you gotta make do with what you can. But hope you guys like the video. Like to see some of the drills that I do with some of my beginner shooters, and how do I help them hone in on some of their skills, right? Like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. On to the next one, guys.